gravitas. Powered by Skoda. Made of smart imagination.
Who will lead this new war on terror? It's still too early to say, but I can tell you who shouldn't lead this war. Joe Biden. He couldn't manage an evacuation, so war certainly seems too much. The president's approval ratings are falling faster than Kabul. His allies are questioning his decisions. What does Joe Biden do? Hold a press conference from every room at the White House. The same script, the same excuses, just different emotions. The latest was on Tuesday. This time we saw a combative Joe Biden. He had threats for ISIS Khorasan, blame for Donald Trump, but no answers for why he messed up. All responsibility lies with the Afghan army and leadership now. Turns out that was not the case. Biden and Ashraf Ghani last spoke to each other on the 23rd of July. The transcript of that phone call is now out. Listen to what Biden told Ghani. And I'm quoting again. This is Joe Biden telling Ashraf Ghani, the perception around the world and in parts of Afghanistan, I believe, is that things are not going well in terms of the fight against the Taliban, and there is a need, whether it is true or not, there is a need to project a different picture. Sounds like a smoking gun to me. Biden knew that the tide was changing. He knew that people were expecting the Taliban to win. And what did he do? Order some PR work. Project a different picture, whether true or not, he says. Joe Biden's words. He was busy managing perception. While the Taliban were running over Afghanistan. There's more from the phone call. We are also going to continue to make sure your Air Force is capable of continuing to fly and provide air support. This was Joe Biden telling a complete lie. Most US contractors left Afghanistan after July 1st. They were based in the Bagram airfield. And once Bagram was handed over, they left. Imagine if your teacher disappeared a week before your exam. You would feel helpless. That's exactly what the US did. 22 days after that phone call, Kabul fell. Neither men were remotely aware of how badly they were losing. And for Joe Biden, it's a personal defeat. And I mean quite literally. Let me tell you a story from 2008. Then Senator Joe Biden was touring Afghanistan with his colleagues. His helicopter was caught in a snowstorm. They had to land in some remote Afghan valley. The pilot sounded an urgent call to US soldiers nearby. They set out on a Humvee to find the senators. For the next few hours, one man guided these American troops through rough weather and mountains. He was an Afghan guide who goes by the name Mohammed, the man who rescued Joe Biden. Guess where he is now? He's stuck in Afghanistan, hiding in his house with his family. Mohammed's visa is stuck in processing, but he hasn't lost hope. He says Joe Biden is the American president. He can do anything. And that really sums up the Biden presidency. High expectations, dismal results. The president is already talking about the future. As if Afghanistan is a closed chapter, he says America is preparing for the threats of 2021 and beyond.
As we close 20 years of war and strife and pain and sacrifice, it's time to look to the future, not the past. The fundamental obligation of a president, in my opinion, is to defend and protect America. Not against threats of 2001, but against the threats of 2021 and tomorrow.
That was Joe Biden saying, job done. Time to move on. Well, easy for him to say that. Biden promised to hunt ISIS Khorasan terrorists to the end of the earth. But he had no words for Afghan women or his own allies stuck in Afghanistan. Apparently, that's up to the Taliban. These blunders have destabilized the whole region. A new wave of terror is rising from Afghanistan. Unfortunately, the world cannot hold Biden or his team accountable. Only America can. 90 US veterans are calling for Pentagon Chief Lloyd Austin and Top General Mark Milley to resign. They argue that Austin and Milley should have advised against the withdrawal. But the blame does not stop with the military. What about the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken? He failed to evacuate coalition allies. His State Department could not speed up visas for Afghan refugees. Republicans want him to resign or face impeachment. But let's be real here. When was the last time American leaders accepted responsibility for anything? Take it the Iraq invasion, for instance. It's been 18 years. We are still waiting for those nuclear weapons, those weapons of mass destruction, as they call them. Joe Biden is no different. Neither will he admit his mistakes, nor make amends for them. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.
Gravitas, powered by Skoda, made of smart imagination.